This stretch sequence is a great way to cool down after a workout or just to stretch out the kinks if you're having a long day. We're going to start in a chair. Just extend your right leg forward, left leg's bent. And now, at the edge of your chair, I just want you to hinge forward. And right from there, you're going to start to feel a stretch in the back of the hamstring of the straight leg. Let's flex that foot, and now point it. And flex it, and point it. And now hold that flex. And from here, I want you to lean a little further forward. So you're not rounding, it's a straight back, chest is forward, you're leading with that chest. And go a little deeper into it. And let's release it, and then come back down again. So it's a stretch and a release, and stretch and release. Now pick up that right leg, and from here, just give me an ankle circle, one direction, and then the other. So draw big circles with that toe, circle it all the way around, making sure we keep that range of motion and just stretching out the ankle. From here, cross the leg over, making sure the foot is flexed and not sickled. You don't want to sickle up here. Knee is open, and now again, we're just leaning forward. You can put a little pressure on that thigh to open it up, and lean forward. You'll feel a stretch in the outside of your right leg going up into the glute. Hold it here. Breathe and take an inhale. And as you exhale, just sink a little further into the stretch. From there, drop the leg over and let's go right into a spinal twist. So crossing the legs, opposite arm comes across, and now using the back of the chair or the arm of the chair, look over your back. Inhale, and as you exhale, go a little further. Come back to center. And now let's open up those legs, stretch out the inner thighs and the shoulders. So just come down one side, press open on the leg, press open on the thigh, pressing the shoulder down, and now let's go to the other side. And right here, this is where stretching is more of an art than a science, because right now you got to feel what feels good on your body. That one little place on your body, like I get it really up in my shoulders and my neck, and I want to really just press into that leg, and then I do the other side. Oh, stay with the breath. Inhale, bring the legs together. Let's do the same thing on your left leg. Straight back, leaning forward, flex the foot and point it, and flex it and point it, flex and point, and now hold that flex. From here, remember, you're at the edge of the chair, you start to lean forward, chest is leading, you can come a little further, and the further, of course, I come forward, the more stretch, and the more flexible you are. You can even want to reach down and grab that toe if you want to, but the main thing is just keep that straight back and feel the hamstring just start to release. Sometimes a little pulsing helps me just to make sure that I'm almost massaging that muscle. Bring it back in. Let's pick up the foot and just give me an ankle roll. And let's go the opposite direction. Big circle with the toe all the way around. And now cross the leg over. Flex the foot. Knee is open. Find that place right in the outside of the thigh, right into that glute, right into the hips. If you run, if you happen to be tight in the hips, you're going to feel this. And it's a good one to just to maintain that mobility in your hips, to practice when you're at, again, when you're at your chair, when you're at the office, you can just cross the leg and just come forward. The idea, again, not rounding, lifting out of the chest, lifting from the rib cage, and then falling forward. Let's go right into the spinal twist. Come over, and from here, look over your shoulder. You can grab onto the chair, the back of the arm chair, and look over the shoulder. Inhale, and as you exhale, release, come forward. Let's go back to a big wide stance, and let's just go a little faster now, side to side. Side to side, massaging it. Come back to center, Let's move to the upper body. Depending on the type of chair you're sitting on, you can grab onto the chair, otherwise interlace your fingers behind your back, or grab onto the chair and now reach forward and feel the chest open up all through the anterior deltoid, all through the neck, the chest. This is a heart opener, a chest opener, and it feels so good. It's great for your lung capacity. Whenever you feel short of breath, I love coming and just doing a chest opener. From here, let's round the back forward. Grab onto one wrist and pull it and stretch out the back. And now the other side, stretch it all the way over. Ah, and again, side to side, stretch it out. Shoulders are down, stretch it out. Come right back to center and come overhead. Drop one hand down on the chair, reaching over, stretching the sides. Looking up to the ceiling, opening the shoulder up. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Over we go, stretch it out, and then when you're at your furthest point, look up. The main thing is not to crunch in, but to stay lifted up and over. Coming back to center, and now stretching those shoulders out. Bring the shoulder across your body, hold it here, shoulders are down, stretching out the shoulder, the back. Again, the key is to keep those shoulders back, not to round down. Shoulders back, loosen it up. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, exhale, bring that shoulder across, down, and use that other arm to pull it out, to give some resistance to it. Let's work into our triceps, so take it overhead, grab onto that arm, drop it down your back. Now, if you're extremely flexible, you can use the other arm and just grab on the fingertips. Otherwise, just hold onto that elbow and keep the fingers walking down your back. Let's do the other side. Inhale, exhale, drop the hand down. And again, if you can reach up, grab the opposite arm. And not only do you get a tricep stretch, but you get a shoulder stretch. Okay, let it go. And now let's just come forward, grab onto your toes, round the back. And this is just a good back stretch. And just listen to my voice, but just let everything hang. Hands go to the thighs, round it up, one vertebrae at a time. Come all the way up, and let's come to a standing position. Come to the side of your chair, grab on, and now let's stretch the quads. One leg goes up, pulling the knee is going down, the foot is pressing into your hand, the hips are pressing forward. So again, it's this action of forward action, not pushing it back. It's forward, hips forward, feeling that stretch in the front of the leg. Let's take that leg back and just stretch out the calf over there. Press into that calf. And now slide the leg in just a little further, and keeping the calf down, bend the knee. We go a little deeper in that calf. As we keep the calf down, we bend the knee. And now from here, I want you to tuck the hips under. Tuck the hips under. We're now just loosening up that hip flexor. Tuck it under and hold it right here. And feel that stretch right in the hip flexor. Hold it, squeeze the buttocks, a little tighter. And now slide the leg in, and let's stretch out the other side. Just prance those feet just to loosen up that leg. And on the other side, grab onto that quad. If your balance is good, you can let go and you can practice doing this without the chair. It's always a good idea. Again, knees down, hips are forward. From there, slide that leg back and let's stretch out the calf. So the heel is down. Heel is down. I'm pressing into the floor. I'm making sure the heel is directly behind the toe. I'm not turned out. Heel's behind the toe. Now slide that leg in a little bit, bend that back knee, and still press that heel down. When you bend the back knee and press the heel down, that's where you get deep into that calf. Again, for walking, running, we all tend to tighten up in those calves, especially if you're wearing high heel shoes. So here we go. We do that, and now let's slide it back. And from here, I want you just to tuck under for the hip flexor. So we're right here, we're tucking under, and let's tuck and release, just to loosen it up a little bit. Tuck and release. And from here, just tuck all the way under, hold it. I want you to squeeze that buttock, squeeze it, feel it. Feel the front of your leg, front of your back leg here, the hip flexor. From there, bend, straighten all the way up. Let's go to the back of the chair, one last stretch. Something I do 3 or 4 times a day, and that's a full body stretch. So just shift your hips side to side, and now settle in the center, and from here, drop the head down. Bend the knees slightly, lengthen out of the back, stretch out the chest again, and if you can, straighten out those legs, walk the feet in, bend the knees, round it up 1 vertebra at a time. Okay, give me 2 more like that. Take it down, drop it down, round it up. 1 more, full body roll, last one, and all the way up, come all the way up. Shake out the shoulders. Remember, stretching is such an important part of your routine, especially as we age. Maintaining flexibility and range of motion should be at the top of your list of the things that you do throughout the week. So keep up the good work.